Okay, so we're going to be doing the competitive look on a medium or darker skin tone, and she is in the teen level. So we're going to start with her Studio Fix sponge. Just get product on the sponge and do all over the face. So once everything is on, we're going to use Brun for the eyebrows. So just going to use your angle brush, dip it in, tap off any extra. I'm going to start on the inner and just do short strokes to fill that in. So you can see where her shape is. There's just some spots that need filling in. So we're going to start short strokes to fill that area in. Once brows are done, we're going to start on the eyes. So we're going to use the Rubenesque Paint Pot primer and the 252 brush. You can also use your finger, depends what you're comfortable with, because the warmth of your finger will spread nice and easily. I'm going to use the brush. And my finger. Chin up a little bit. So once the primer is on the lid, we have 3 shadows. One is Espresso, and that will be concentrated on the outer corner of the eye and blended into the crease a bit. Amber Lights, which is the bronzy color, which will mostly be in the crease. And then we have the highlight, which for the medium skin tone or darker skin tone is Dazzle Light. So we're starting with Espresso. So I'm using the brush 239. It's the smaller one. It's not the fluffier white one. I just find that I can guide this more on a smaller eye and get exactly where I want to, and brush off the product and blend it well. So I've got the product on, tapped it off, and I'm just going to push it into the outer corner. And blend it slightly into the crease. So not all the way to the inner corner. That will be for the Amber Light. So just the outer corner. Okay, so now that the espresso is on the outer corner and slightly into the crease, we will be adding Amber Lights, which is the bronze color. I'm using the same brush just because I like the size of it, and you can layer it. So this is going to be going in the full crease and blending into the espresso. So tap on the product. And I'm going to start in the center of the crease and blend it into the espresso. Okay, so on the second eye, I noticed when I did the first eye, the Amber Lights wasn't showing up quite as much as I would like it to because the primer is so shimmery. So I took the espresso in just a bit more into the crease, and now I'm layering the Amber Lights on top of that, just so there is some depth under that. And then once we add the Dazzle Light, you'll really see the bronze pop. So once you did the Amber Lights in the crease and the espresso outside, I'm going to bring the espresso under the eye. So we're not doing liner under the eye, we're going to do the espresso shadow, just so that it is not as harsh of a line. It's a little bit more smoky. So you can either use an angle brush if you want to get right to the lash line. She does have a nice eye that I can get under there, so I'm going to use this brush and just the tip of it. Make sure you tap off the product so it doesn't fall on the face quite as much. So you're going to look up, yes, and I'm just going to go right under the lash line, connect it to the outer corner. So next step, once all that's done, I'm going to use the highlight. For medium and darker skin tone, it is Dazzle Light. So I'm using the big fluffy brush. because I use the smaller one for shadow. I'm just going to use the tip because you don't need a whole lot of product. Tap it off. This goes under the brow. So under the brow, and I'm going to use it on the inner corner. Turn your chin a little bit this way. So for medium skin tone and dark skin tone, because their base, the primer pot is so shimmery, I'm going to add the Dazzle Light just to the inner part of the eyelid, just so that you can really see the amber light color and the espresso color. It will make a contrast. So next, once shadow is done, highlight's done, we're going to do liner. So this is brush black. It's sort of like a marker, and it's very thin, so you can build on it easily. So you're going to close your eyes. You can start, I like to start in the middle and work out. Do short little lines. Get really close to the lash line. Turn your chin a little. Keep your eyes closed. So you're going to keep your eyes closed just because it'll take a minute or two to dry. You don't want it to smudge. Step would be lashes. If you don't usually use a mascara, I'm going to suggest it only because once you have the false lashes on, your real lashes will blend a lot better into those fake ones if you have a coat of mascara. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be as black and in the same direction as those lashes. Okay, so once you have mascara on the lashes, you can get ready for your fake lashes. So I like to put the glue a little bit on the back of my hand, just enough so that you can get the lashes wet. So if you need to pull them off, I usually use tweezers and pry them off gently so that you don't rip out any lashes. So the longer edge, is on the outside and they get smaller to the inside. So this would be for her left. So now we're gonna do the right side. Well, my right side actually, her left side. So to put the glue on, and these lashes have already been cut to size. So if you get new ones and you need to measure them for the eye, you take them out, place it, measure it. If they're too long, you cut from the outside. So you're cutting all the long lashes off, not the short ones. You cut from the outside. These ones have already been cut, so I'm ready to apply the glue. I like to take the end of a makeup brush, the skinnier the better, and just dip a little bit onto the brush. And then you can just drag it across, make a nice clean line. This way you don't get too much on. Let it dry a tiny bit so it gets a little bit sticky. Close your eyes. So once the lashes are on, you're going to want your dancer to keep your eyes closed for 1 or 2 minutes just so that the glue dries and the lashes won't move. And then slowly open the eyes once they are on. Open. And you might get some stuck in the outer corners. Just gently pull it open to get them unstuck. Okay, so once lashes are on, we have done liner already, but we're going to do another line on top of that, just so it's clean and as dark as you need it to be. And sometimes the lashes are not in the right place. We'll hide that. Close your eyes. So you're just going to go over that and get a fresh line. Keep your eyes closed. Keep it closed. So I'm gonna add just some mascara to the bottom lashes, just so that it really pops. So look up, and you're just gonna drag it to those bottom lashes. Okay. So now we're going to do contour, blush, and highlight. So for contour, medium skin tone and dark skin tone, it's called Swiss Chocolate. So I just dip my brush in it. You can use your blush brush for this as well. So turn your cheek a little bit. Contour is just under the cheekbone in the direction of the outer corner of your lip. Blend it in. So blush is full fuchsia, and I'm going to smile. Now the blush, you're going to start on the apple of the cheek and brush it up onto the cheekbone. And you can build on this, so you do a little bit at a time until you get the right amount of color for stage. That's blush. So once that's done, last step is the lips. So we're going to be doing lip liner and the deeper red, which is called Sin. So first lip liner, this one is Mahogany. I like to warm it up on my hand a little bit just so that it spreads easily. That's done. You're going to get your lipstick, Sin, And your lip brush. Lots of product on there. Open your mouth a little bit.